back as soon as I can. So 1 second. And we can see from the final. So I'm going to try and commentate along these. Scores are pretty close. And hopefully we get Chris in a second here. All right, okay. Shouldn't take too long. Yeah. Professionalism shines, isn't it? Okay.
Hey, Steve.
Hi, Chris. I think we are on air, so I'm just going to pop you.
We're on air.
Yeah, I believe so. Apologies for my catching you in the middle of eating.
No, not at all. So are we on air now? Are we live right now?
We are live now. Yeah, we're back.
Oh!
I'm just going to get you a view of my.
So, to those of you out there who've been patiently waiting, welcome back to the final stream, the final game of what has been an epic Carcassonne UK Championship. You just caught me eating a little bit of biltong. I can't wait to dive back into the action to see how the board game has progressed between Sport R and Game Over, which will happen momentarily now. And there we go. Thank you to all of our viewers there for your patience in allowing us to deal with our technical issues. Let's go straight into it. So it is Sport R's turn. And they have, and the scores could not be tighter. We've only got a 3-point discrepancy here. Sport R recently having drawn an Abbey tile, and Sport R ahead 3 meeples to 1. We have 19 tiles remaining, and it looks like all of the game left to play. It looks like my prediction of the bottom left-hand corner being having a great deal of access to little two-tile castles was wrong. Instead, both players turned their attention to the center of the board, where it looks like we've had a very big tussle for that castle, which is developed in the southern side of the board. It looks like Sporter has also managed to fight a Game Over for ownership of their top castle, which we now see that they've managed to successfully join up. And Game Over has managed to take, if we can scroll up a little bit, Game Over has taken a very large castle area just to themselves. So if they should ever be in a position to be able to finish that castle, I think that that Game Over will certainly have a great advantage. But on first glance, the farm game seems to be completely, well, it's isolated. It's only 9 points to the bottom left-hand corner farmer. The Abbey game seems to be completely won by Red. Red having drawn 2 Abbeys to Green's none. The unfinished castle game seems to be very much in Green's favor. I would imagine that it looks on first glance to be something like 10 points or more than that, 15 points for Green. So it looks like Red's got some. It looks actually like the game is really quite close. Steve, what do you see here?
Yeah, well, Red's just played the second farmer, so I think Red's trying to take the lead in farmers, and I think Green's probably got the lead in cities, although it's very hard for Green to finish any of the cities off. I don't think there is 1 tile that goes here. I don't know how many of those are left. It's this tile one, and I believe there are 3 of those in the game, so there's 1 of those left. So if Green can get that, that would be really good.
Because then you get to muscle out Red and take all of those points for yourself, as well as doubling your castle investment, which is fantastic. Oh, it really is super tight. Okay, so Sporter, the red player Sporter doesn't seem to have their own castle just yet. So I wonder if they're going to start their own. No, they're not. They're choosing not to. They choose to take the quick 3 points.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. With 12 tiles left, yes. I think you don't really want to commit your last meeple.
No, I wouldn't imagine so. Both players are now in the poverty cycle we've mentioned before, where you cannot invest your meeple in long-term gains like castles or farmers. So we got there eventually, and you're only to score quick points. So that 3 points is a very welcome thing for Sparta to take, and that widens their lead, the red lead, off the board to 6 points. Although, as I said, the points available on the board are going to dwarf that considerably. Oh, this long green road towards the southern side of the board, owned by Game Over, is going to matter quite a deal if they can end up joining that up. I think that means that there is no potential left for that green meeple in the castle to complete, and that's actually true of a number of these castle-bound meeples, I believe, with the exception, of course, of that one tile piece which might complete the southern castle, which is just above Steve's. Just
that one. That's the one you need. That piece there.
Yes.
To go here. So that piece there. I'm just trying to count them. I think there's 2 of them left, Chris. One of them left. Sorry, one's there. I think I can't see the other one.
Of course,
I think there's one of those left.
Wow! Ooh. That's massive for Game Over. That is a massive boost in points. That's decisive.
I'm just going to tell you what happened in the chat. Sporter said, "Good game."
Wow.
That could be the game.
Yeah, both players would, of course, be much better than us at counting and understanding the texture of this than we do. They are both players I would expect at this level, particularly that Game Over is the brother of Marion, the world champion. I believe that both players would know exactly what tiles are remaining here. That tile and playing towards that tile placement was massive. That 50-50, that whether Game Over drew it or whether Sporter, this is the game of Carcassonne. If you don't like that, then I suppose tough. Having said that, why is Game Over choosing to complete this castle? Why not choose to take their own?
They're not going to complete it. They're just going to put something here.
Oh, this is just 3 points for Game Over to take the road?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They also placed a farmer here for 6, which is pretty good as well. So this tile not only was umpteen points for the city, it was also 6 points for the farmer. It's such a huge swing. He's already got like a 20-point lead going into endgame scoring.
Oh, that Abbey is actually really important for Sparta. They've only got a couple moves left. It's only 3 moves remaining before we crown a champion here at the Carcassonne Olympiad and the UK Games Expo Carcassonne Championships for the 2-player variant, where we're just inches away from being able to crown a champion. And it looks to me that Game Over is with every new tile placed is inching his way closer, Mr. Bogdan from Romania, to securing that crown.
Yeah, excellent. It's been an excellent event, to be honest. I think nearly every match we've seen has had some interesting points. It's been close, or there's been playing for one specific tile to swing the game around. Like in this particular case, I think if Sporter drew that tile, then it would be much more in the balance. I think Sporter said good game because they knew how important this tile is. And I also believe there's still a tile for green to go here, which is 6 points. And this is quite a nice spot as well. If someone draws a semicircle, they get a cheap 6 points because they've both got 2 meeples left, so I don't think they're going to run out.
It is it's these low-scoring games which I find the most interesting because there is such a delicate balance between whether you score points for yourself or whether you score points or whether you prevent your opponent from scoring points. And when both players have very low scores, every single point matters. And we've certainly seen that tussle play out a lot with some of these world-class Carcassonne players. I'd love to thank all of our competitors, not just these 2 players now, for this extraordinary level of gameplay. I think the main thing that you can take away from watching these commentaries is that you can take something away from these game players to make you a better game player yourself or a better thinker in some respect. And I don't know if that's true for you, Steve, but it certainly is for me. Really interesting that Game Over is taking such a long time to think through this placement of the road tile. I would think that that's simply that's quite easy. You just add on to your own road. I
think you'd be looking to try and get a farmer on the board. I think the only way that Game Over is not going to win is if Red's farmers come into the fray. So potentially, I think he's looking for spots, potentially giving the best opportunity to attach to either this farm at the bottom or this farm on the left there. And I'm not sure I can see too many positions. I think you're going to struggle to add to this farm with the tile they had. Are they going to place a farm at the bottom?
It's worth 3 points.
Yeah, they are.
I
think they were looking for the best farmers. So you could add it to your road and get 1 point. But with 2 meeples left and only 4 tiles left, I think it's definitely better to get a farmer.
really well calculated and a fantastic illustration of end game scoring, technique by Steve Raine. Please don't make my mistake of just adding on 1 point when instead you could have 3. So back to game over. Final tiles. Whoa!
This is
I think
good. This is good. They can place it here for 10 points. Well, not 10 points, but 7 or 8 points. I wonder if there's a better place to place this.
Is there a better placement?
You could have put it here, actually. That's 1 more point. Oh, no, because that scores the monastery, yeah. Oh, and you get a meeple back, although I don't think it matters. I think, yeah.
No, it won't matter.
They've got 1 tile each.
The final play. Yep.
1 tile each.
But this game could not be closer. I don't think it's in the bag for game over anymore. I don't think it's in the bag. It's going to come down to farmers.
I fully agree. I think getting the 2 abbeys, this abbey and this abbey, is really good.
Super strong.
And remember, Sporter gets 1 more turn. I think there's a big advantage to going first.
Yes. What a thrilling final couple of turns, worthy, I suppose, of what has been an epic Carcassonne tournament. Really, really cool. It's going to come down to these final decision points and these final tile draws. I wonder what is the tile that Sporter has drawn last. I know the game over will know exactly what it is, but this placement here, I think a game over is currently calculating. Is it better to take the easy points of the castle? Do I take the 1 point of the road? Actually, the multiple points. There's 3 points on offer for the road if he connects that road up.
I think the last tile is that one there. I can't see the third one of those. I think it's that tile there.
I haven't been keeping track. I'll take your word for it.
We will see.
Will they take the castle here or the 3 points for the road? The castle for 3 points.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sporter has a three-sided castle tile left. I don't see anywhere earth-shattering.
No, I don't think so. So I think in this case, if I had it, I'd be looking for a farm, and I don't think there's any unoccupied farms. No,
but holy cow! Check this out—a 1 point differential between Sporter and game over. Well, just to dovetail on the back of your previous comment, farmers, if you want to add a new farmer, you always have to start a new unattached grassland, and then you have to spend another move to attach that grassland. So the fastest way to attach a new farmer is 2 moves. Sometimes it can take much more than that.
One said it's not enough, and the other said congratulations. I think they both think the other one's lost. I can't imagine that's the case. You'll notice this red farmer now got this city, which they didn't have before. So this red farmer's worth 12. So they're going to score it now. We're going to stick with it till the end.
Here we go. Who's won?
Game over thinks Sporter's won, and Sporter's just said congratulations, which I'm not sure whether that means good game or well done for winning.
I tell you what, either way, we're going to have a worthy champion here. Did you end up getting in touch with both players to ask if they would be willing?
When I sent them the message, my mouse died and I didn't get a response, so I don't.
Would you mind sending a quick message now, Steve, for us?
Okay, can try that.
It's down to the wire. Who's it going to be? It's going to come down to the farmers. It looks like game over has a slight lead here.
Sporter. I need to see who's won, and then I can send a message. Is
it 1 point? No,
it's 105. Wow.
Super tight game. Can we have a look at that?
Yeah,
final
sure.
Score?
There we go.
Sporter, 105 points to game over 100. Massive congratulations to both players and to Sporter for winning 9 rounds of Carcassonne undefeated, right? Kind of extraordinary. Take your hat off, son. If you don't have a hat, if you don't happen to be a son, then I don't care. Put your hat on and then take it off. Take a bow. Sporter, if you have, if you're, now are we on break?
No, that's me.
That's you. Sporter, if you admire Sporter's players, I do, please feel free to send them a couple of congratulation messages. Bombard them. No, don't bombard them. Just send a couple of messages via Board Game Arena if you choose to. Either way, massive congratulations to Sporter. We're going to reach out to Sporter now to see if they're willing to come back on our stream to say a couple of words to our fans.
They've said, sorry, I'm playing Lost Cities at the same time, which is amazing. So, Sporter, I'm going to say, no worries. Well done again.
Well, from all of us, we're on a break now.
Yeah.
Well, that's completely understandable from Sporter that they're multi-tabling, as we mentioned earlier in this tournament. But that doesn't change the fact that we have had the privilege of watching 10 rounds of extraordinary Carcassonne play. If you have enjoyed some of our content, if you've enjoyed the Mind Sports Olympiad in general, please join us at msoworld.com. If you want to register for any events, all of our events up until the end of August are free. If you simply want to play games and you're interested in fighting it out on a fantastic software, then please check out our friends at Board Game Arena. Steve, thank you so much for spending a fantastic amount of time breaking down this beautiful game of Carcassonne. Thank you to all of those out there in the live stream world who have tuned in and added your little bits of commentary to enliven our stream. Thank you. And from all of us here at the Mind Sports Olympiad, thank you and good night.
Farewell. See you later, guys. Cheers.